this all started with a somewhat large order from Amazon. Not sure how I feel about that decision that was made, but this is my first real year decorating my house for the holidays. I usually just dig into old boxes of my heirlooms from my grandmother and mother and use those, which I do love, but there was something this year that I wanted to put my own ideas and twists on my decor. I really focused on the dining room for the decor. We didn't get a Christmas tree this year because we were really only home a few days out of the entire month of December. So I focused the decor in my dining room. I chose this velvet tablecloth with that nice ruffled trim on the hem, and I knew I wanted to do a woodland sort of inspired centerpiece because I have this stuffed taxidermied toad that I wanted to use in my decor. So I got an inspiration pic off of the internet, and they had this orange tower, citrus tower, that I really was drawn to. And here I'm just trying to work it in a way where the oranges would stay together on top of this greenery wreath, but that wasn't working, so I actually just ended up using that decorative bowl that I had, making a tower of oranges and placing the greenery wreath around the base of the bowl. I also got these spode plates and table settings. What are those called? Placemats. Those are cork placemats, and the plates are melamine, which I don't like eating off of, so I kind of just used them as a charger. For the chandelier, the girls actually, my children, had the idea of hanging the little mini wreaths upon the chandelier, which I liked. I liked this pomegranate, faux pomegranate branches, which I thought were just so darling. And then I added the cookie bell jar and the baby duckling, and then in the back I have my Christmas tray. I don't know if that's Carl Larson painting, but anyways, here I decided to do a garland, persimmon garland and orange garland. I sliced them, cross-sectioned them, and then placed in the oven on low on 175 degrees Fahrenheit for, I started probably with 8 hours, and then they weren't done. Took them out because we had to go to sleep and turn the oven off. Put them back in, took them out, put them back in. It was like a week-long process, and honestly, they never fully dried. They were never crispy. They kind of were always a little bit squishy, even when I was threading them together. These goblets, I loved the amber color of, and I thought they would match nicely with that green tablecloth. I wasn't sure what plates I wanted to use. I have a lot of blue tones in my dishes, which ended up working quite nicely. These are old cross sections of a tree that my father cut down at my grandfather's house, and I've had them in my bedroom for so long, but I thought they would work so nicely with this woodland theme, table setting, decor, tablescape. So for the children's settings, I used those spiderweb plates with the stripes underneath. I added some baby's breath flowers to the centerpiece, the amber goblets, and then for the first meal that we enjoyed in our holiday table, I made steak and asparagus, of course. Also the paper chains behind me, we crafted those, the children and I. and we hung them from the chandelier up into the corners of the room, and it created a nice vignette for the table. And actually, I don't really want to take the paper chains down, even though it's the holiday decor, but I just loved how it ended up looking. So this is the finished product. This is when we were about to sit down for our dinner. I really enjoyed how everything came out. I really did, and we had a nice time decorating. I love layering. I love the, double ribbon with the paper chains and the paper stars hanging, with some delicious steak, sitting down for a family meal.